Joining us now, Senator Marsha Blackburn from Senate Armed Services. Senator, it's great to have you back on again. What do you want to ask the Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin and General Mark Milley, Joint Chiefs Chair, when they testify before Senate Armed Services tomorrow on the chaotic botched withdrawal from Afghanistan? What do you want to hear?
Liz, one of the things that we're wanting to get some clarity around is where was the breakdown? If you had the commanders on the field, they're on the ground in Afghanistan, and they were saying, you need to keep the troop levels at 2,500, don't give up Bagram airfield. If you pull out abruptly, the Taliban is going to come right back in and fill that void. So where was the breakdown? Did Austin and Milley stand up to the president and say an abrupt withdrawal is going to be a bad thing? Did they say, look, we need to keep the plan that was negotiated between our allies, the Afghan government, and President Trump and Secretary Pompeo? What did they have to say? And were they willing to protect the men and women in uniform and our diplomats there at the State Department and our SIV holders and their families, our allies? We never leave people behind enemy lines.
And the drones,
was this okay with them?
And a drone strike that killed 10 civilians, including 7 children, which was condemned,
and our
condemned
service
worldwide.
Members who are dead.
Yeah, and 13
our
service members
who
That's
are
right,
dead.
13 troops
Yes.
dead. Okay, the situation in Afghanistan has created chaos inside the U.S. The FBI now investigating a group of male Afghan refugees charged with assaulting a female U.S. soldier at Fort Bliss. That covers Texas and New Mexico. 2 Afghan men in a separate incident at Fort McCoy, Wisconsin, indicted on federal charges for domestic violence and child assault. We're an open arms humanitarian country. Humanitarian aid workers, Senator, government watchdogs the world over, lawmakers say, blame the president's rushed exit. Thousands came in without vetting. Watch White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki make this claim. Watch.
I can absolutely assure you that no one is coming into the United States of America who has not been through a thorough screening and background check process.
Is that true?
We don't think that that is true, because you have people bringing in, these men that are bringing in child brides. We have heard of these assault cases. We know that that indictment has been issued. We know the investigation is taking place on the attack on our female service member. And these are individuals who have not been vetted. There is a very specific vetting process for our special immigrant visa holders. But look, out of the people that they got out, that they were bragging about this as an extraordinary success, only 3% were visa holders. 3%. The other 97% are people that rushed the gates and the Taliban let them through.
That's a good point.
And they got on a plane. And now they're trying to vet them on the back end, and what you're seeing is this type of abuse.
You know, it usually takes 18 months to do the vetting they did for 95,000, which was pushed into a week's time. U.S. military bases are now locked in a major culture clash with dealing with Afghan male leaders demanding to continue to mistreat women and children here in America. They're setting up mini villages of thousands outside military bases, and the New York, Mexico Congresswoman Yvette Harrell has already asked, what was the statutory authority for the White House to do this as a rushed evacuation? Again, condensing a year-and-a-half process into just weeks. What authority do they have to do that? Now we have our military dealing with this.
Well, the military is dealing with it because the Department of State did not do it, and Homeland Security is all busy with a border that is blown wide open, and the 1.5 million we have already had come over that border this year. So they're trying to step in and do this, but you're so right. It is a lengthy, specific process. You cannot rush this. You cannot call 1-800-Taliban and find out if somebody is who they claim to be, because your government institutions, your processes are basically non-existent in Afghanistan because the Taliban's a terrorist group.
Senator Marsha Blackburn, we'll look forward to your questioning tomorrow. It's good to have you on.
See you then.
Okay.